Alright, quick update on FIDA. So in the very short term, we've been outlining why I think we're going to be coming down to 133, and I said at least in the short term, this is your last line in the sand. If we don't hold 161, which I personally said I don't think we will hold this, then we're going to be coming right down to the 133. Now also with the 133, I don't necessarily think that we're going to hold this either. Number one reason is, Bitcoin is currently breaking down. It is pretty much arguable that this inverse head and shoulders is invalidated. I will give it until tomorrow on Monday. I think when the stock market opens, we'll have confluence. If Bitcoin's able to suddenly explode up, we can talk about this being like a W pattern, or maybe this inverse head and shoulders still being on the table. But from what I can see, the whole markets are very shaky right now. I don't see any reason why Bonfida would bottom over here. But like I said, there are a plethora of touch points. If I draw like another green box, right here you can see all the way down to here, at 110, we do have a bunch of touch points down here. So if I had to make a prediction and say I'd bet that it would bottom anywhere, I'd imagine it'd probably bottom on this wick down here at 110, probably worst case scenario down here to the 97. Now I do somewhat like Bonfida as a project and what they do, but at least in the short term, if Solana's going down and Solana's about to get ready for a breakdown, then obviously Bonfire is part of the Solana ecosystem. I don't see any world where Solana, initiates a breakdown and Bonfire is able to break out. So on Solana as well, we've got this head and shoulders that looks like it's about to come down. I've been talking about anywhere between 72 and 69, which is where I'm predicting Solana, sorry, to break down to. This would, in my opinion, bring Bonfire all the way down to 133. So, like I said, I have been predicting 133 for ages. If you go back to my videos, all the way back here, like over a month ago, I've been talking about 133 for the longest time. I still do think it's going to come into fruition. We have started the breakdown of this level here on this trend line. Like I said, 161 was your last line in the sand. We are currently putting in, or we're getting close to the end of the daily candle, at least where I live. So we don't even have another 4 hours to decide this. And from what I can see, we are breaking down at least on the hourly. If we come down to the 4 hourly, we've had one close so far below this level. So like I said, the next 4 hour close will tell it all. I do think we are going to break down. I don't think we have wicked underneath here and we're just going to explode out. So that is basically all I see for Bonfire. So yeah, keep an eye on 133. If we do lose 133, which like I say, I don't necessarily think this zone will hold all the way at the top here. I think it's much more likely we wick down to the bottom of this box round about 121, 110 or 98 cents. For me specifically, I believe Bonfire is a lot more risky than Solana and a lot of those other altcoins out there at the moment. So I would much rather buy Bonfire after it's had a massive dump. If we come back to the all-time high, this all-time high was very parabolic all the way up to $15. I'd much rather to sorry I'd much rather prefer to buy around the $1 region again. I wouldn't be buying until we put in a bottoming signal at least, or unless we have a crazy wick down to some of these levels, then I would just be sitting on the sidelines till we make a decision. So yeah, that is all I see for Bonfire. If you are holding it, best of luck. And yeah, once again, I personally don't hold Bonfire, but if I did, I would be really hoping for the 134 to hold, because if we don't, we've got all these levels down here that, come all the way down to like 98, 97 cent. And in my opinion, that would be, a region where we could possibly bottom if we don't hold this 133. So all in all, 133 is still on the table. If you do hold Bonfire, the best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion on the market. Cowboy out. Peace.